Hi everyone. Uh, so today I wanted to make a quick video again about another really interesting concept in Bitcoin that again it blows your mind because it it's perpetual. These concepts that keep coming that are really utterly inspiring concepts that just transform the way you think. They literally transform the way you think. And that I'll have to make another video about that, specifically about Bitcoin, because you don't change Bitcoin. Bitcoin changes you. It's a very weird world. And I know a lot of people will say this guy is part of a freaking cult, and I've felt that it's a religious experience, and some people they put that in the category of cult or religion. Or anyway, that's another topic. What I wanted to talk about today is the concept of engineering around Bitcoin. And this is a really it's a very tangible, a very it's a very scientific approach to Bitcoin, which I think anyone who doubts the legitimacy of Bitcoin's practicality in a physical way will really get the point I'm about to make in this video. I think because they apply from an engineering perspective. So this is spirituality out of the way, and this is engineering at its best in a way. Because when you apply engineering to a monetary system, this has never been done in history before. That's what Bitcoin is. It's engineering applied to money. We've had engineering applied to basically most aspects of life. Okay, um, a successful engineering project is all about the conservation of energy, and that's exactly what Bitcoin does. It conserves energy. When you think of an engineering project, okay, if you think of a pump or a balloon or a boat or a roof, these things don't leak. If your boat leaks, you're not going to make it very far, right? If your roof leaks, that's not particularly practical. A hydraulic system is engineered to be energy efficient so that it maintains all of the energy that it produces. That's an efficiency of energy. That efficiency of energy has never been applied to a monetary system. All of these ideas, actually, they've come from a fellow who I've been incredibly inspired by recently. His name's Michael Saylor. Check him out. I'll put links down below. He's phenomenally well versed in the concepts of Bitcoin. He's basically a Bitcoin philosopher, a bit like Robert Breedlove, another insanely intelligent individual who, what you find is that intelligence from all over the world is converging on Bitcoin. That's another topic, but it's like a hive mind. Max Kaiser and Andreas Antonopoulos and all these insanely intelligent people coming together and understanding the revolution that Bitcoin is. Anyway, I'm going off on tangents all the time. So previously, our monetary systems have been really inefficient. I mean, look at cash. You can just print it out of nothing now. Look at tech stocks. They can just inflate those. Bonds can be printed out of nothing. Even gold can be found much easier than it used to be able to be found. So when a market demands something and the supply meets that demand straight away, that's not efficient. That's leaking. That's leaking efficiency. It leaks power when that happens. And Bitcoin is a fixed system that it's like a vacuum. It doesn't let any of the power that it produces. It doesn't let that power evacuate. It conserves that power incredibly well. It's software that is monetary, that is built to conserve monetary power. So Bitcoin is the conservation of monetary energy in a fixed system. It's revolutionary because there's never been anything like this in the world before. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin over its production cycle. And there will never be any more. And that means it's very, very fixed in its supply. A good example of this conservation of energy, say you were to send 1,000 tons of gold from New York to Tokyo, that would cost you energy to do that in one way or another. The beauty of Bitcoin is its efficiency of energy is so supreme now. It literally, it dwarfs any other system for its efficiency of energy. It's like a huge monetary battery. You can take your money and turn it into Bitcoin, and it will get stored as monetary energy forever. It's insanely durable from this perspective. You can literally think of Bitcoin as like the discovery of oil, like the invention of electricity, like the invention of steel. This is something, it's like an architecture that's going to literally transform how the world is going to be built in the future. Because I think this is a really interesting point that people tend to overlook in a way. Money is like the apex energy. And what I mean by that is it's the metric that everything else is valued by. Money touches everything. Okay? It's like, I like to think of, and I know this is kind of getting spiritual again, but when Yoda speaks of the Force, it's getting similar to how energy flows through every other, like all of these other energies, they flow into money. If you think of kinetic energy, if you think of potential energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, all of these energies, they flow into monetary energy, because monetary energy is the metric that we measure the other energies from, or the measure that we measure all of these other energies by. It's monetary energy. How do you measure electrical energy? You measure it in terms of money. It's just the way we speak about how to measure things. We measure it by a unit of account, of a unit of measurement, which tends to be in money. I mean, sure, we can value things in other metrics according to their, commodity value. But a universal way of measuring things, it always comes down to money. So when we're talking about revolutionizing money, we're talking about revolutionizing the way we speak about value. I mean, this is Bitcoin it's a software network that for monetary energy. I'll say that again because it's so massive what's going on. I don't think no one is possibly capable of realizing what is going on. I mean, the world is such an evolving thing. You can't really understand what's going to happen, and that's why we can't predict the future, really. But Bitcoin is, in a way, it's changing the way we understand value, because it's monetary energy. It's a software network that's basically indestructible. It's basically the biggest computer system that's ever existed on the earth. And it's a battery for storing monetary energy. It's the greatest invention of it's the greatest invention of a system that's capable of storing monetary energy. I mean, it's like a black hole. I mean it's a very different concept to the Force, but in a way, it's like a black hole that's sucking in all of the value that's ever been created. I mean, if you think that gold has been what people have regarded as the ultimate store of value for 5,000 years, and now you're hearing stories of people selling all their gold to buy Bitcoin. Like, when has that ever existed in 5,000 years? No one has valued gold higher than anything else on the planet. And yet here we have some of the biggest money managers in the world now saying they're going to sell their gold and buy Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is fixing the money. And when you fix the money, you fix the world. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.